Hi everyone, Starlet O'Hara here, and you're listening to the Lunch Hour with Lunchbox and Jen on Pirate Flag Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the lunch hour. That was thrown out with the one who laughs live here on the lunch hour. As always, I am your handsome, humble, heavyweight host, Lunchbox. That's one word, capital L, capital B. Thank you very much. And alongside me, as always, my buxom, bouncing, beautiful bride. I'm not even going to do all the shit I tried to do last night because I'm just discouraged.
Moments passed.
Yep. So, Jen, by the way. And we're here on a brutally hot fucking Saturday night.
It's actually nice right now, which is not saying much because it's still awful, but when it's like 175 outside during the day, you take what you can get at night.
Yep, this was our first 105 plus day in the Central Valley, and if you're from the area, it's nothing new, man, and here we go, all summer long.
It's going to get worse from here.
Actually, tomorrow's only supposed to be 102.
It only hit 103 in the car, at least.
That was what I saw regularly.
We got some actual degrees back, if you can call it that. Either way, it's still gonna be awful.
So this is our third shot at a show. We have one that's banked and ready to go from Wednesday night. And now, last night, we got together to record a show. And it was rough, man. We had two unexpected guests show up. And one of them took the attitude of just kind of not paying attention and staring at his phone and then blurting out whatever he thought randomly.
Yeah.
And then the other one was one of my best friends. I mean, two of them. They're both two of my best friends for life. But
For life, yo.
But he showed up, and well, we don't see him often, so he meddles with the dogs and gets them riled up while we're doing a show, and can't stay on topic. So, but none of that shit mattered because it turned out our microphone was not working properly.
We were like mimes, which is awful. But yeah, if there are any lip readers out there,
Then you had a great show.
yeah, he had something.
Well, I mean, they would have been able to read our lips, but like Lenny was over here off screen, and then Byrne was just over there off in the wild blue yonder. Like, so we decided to take another shot at this because why the fuck not? We definitely got to get in some content for Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Seaboard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard, and that would be 2 a.m. in Botswana on Monday morning.
Wait, what country did we do yesterday? It wasn't Botswana. No, I don't remember.
Antarctica.
Yes, it was Antarctica.
Antarctica is 19 hours ahead of us.
Yes, because we are on every continent on this globe, this not flat globe that we live on.
So that would be what do we agree? 11 a.m.
I can't remember anymore.
Or no, 1 p.m.
Do the math.
1 p.m. So here we are back with some new music, and we got a little different thing going for our movie trailer segment. Instead of watching and reviewing a movie this week, we didn't have time. We got a rough week. Jen's mom's in the hospital. Jen's dad's running all over the place trying to take care of her. He had surgery Friday, and well, we have a 5-year-old, so it's just been a crazy week. So rather than try and pin down a movie to watch, we found 4 trailers that we're going to show you guys, the voting public, and see what you think. And you guys can go ahead and tell us which one you think we should watch.
Remember, make it awful. Watch them. Listen to them. Listen to their descriptions. Think about it for a while. Which one would be the absolute worst and most like torture to make us watch? Because that's when it's the most fun.
See, but that's where we got to play poker face, too. Because where we might find the most torturous, what might be the most torturous for us might not be the most fun for us.
Yeah.
It might be the most fun for them. So, without further ado, it's way too fucking hot. We're going to go ahead and jump into another song real quick. And then we'll come back. We'll talk some bullshit about some bullshit. This is an old classic y'all might remember if you're from North. What would He-Man do live on the lunch hour? Well, what's even better is you can still definitely do that because I forgot to share it again. So go ahead and do your intro.
Oh, okay. So I had a really tough decision to make today. This was a lot funnier before in my head. Real tough decision. I love Nuclear Rabbit. Lots of songs to choose from, and I had to pick. I don't want to say my favorite. I don't like choosing favorites of anything, but I had to pick what I might call my favorite, and it was extremely difficult. I needed a spiritual advisor. I needed to sit with my decision for a while, and I'm at peace with my decision.
You needed a spiritual advisor.
Yes.
Did you make a phone call?
I used telepathy.
Okay, and who did you telepathically talk to?
I'm not going to tell you. Stay away from my spiritual advisor.
Maybe I could use a good spiritual advisor. What's mine is yours, and what's yours is ours. Okay?
Your spiritual. Oh wait, you're his spiritual advisor. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I got nothing. Anyway, what would He-Man do?
Make no mistake, this power will stay. You'll die today. Each You see now, be my next You see now, be my next
Some classic Nuclear Rabbit right there. Actually, that's not even classic Nuclear Rabbit. That's the most recent Nuclear Rabbit.
It's all classic because that album, the newest album, is 21 years old. That album can go buy a beer.
That album needs to go buy me a beer.
And that made me really sad when I saw that. Oh. Yeah. 50-50 chance we might get sucked for that.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, you'd think at this point, Nuclear Rabbit may have been considered in the public domain or something. I mean,
I doubt it.
I mean, I wonder how many people out there really still listen to and talk about Nuclear Rabbit. Like, don't get me wrong, there's you, there's Mike Panic. I'm sure Marlena's out there still listening to Nuclear Rabbit.
I still have my fork.
There was never any pie. There was never any pie.
That's not true. We did get pie that last time.
No. God damn it.
Oh
I didn't want to bring this up. But no, check this out. So as most of you know, I'm a giant MMA fan. Huge UFC fan. UFC does its first card in San Jose, California. 68 miles that way.
Very specific.
Headlined by Dan Henderson versus Shogun Rua. And I'm like, we need to go. And you're like, but Nuclear Rabbit's going to play the fat cat. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Like, I won't deprive you of that, I guess. Like, I guess we can go see Nuclear Rabbit with the fat cat. And their set was average at best. They had a new drummer who was nowhere near as good. they were bitchy. They didn't like banter with the crowd or anything. And then because there was that extra stage thing at the Fat Cat where they weren't allowed to step, they kept fucking with them, and the sound man kept threatening to turn them off. And like they did it in such a way they didn't even banter about it or be funny about it, other than the false stutter steps and shit. And so it was just like cool, and like not even a bunch of people we showed up. Like the thing about bands like that is you expect it to be something along the lines of it's a family reunion. You're gonna see everybody you know. Hardly anybody we knew came out.
They hadn't been gone that long.
It was that was 2009, 2010. So they've been gone about 5-6 years.
Yeah, I guess.
And then I come home, bust out the laptop, and I see that Shogun versus Henderson is like an all-time classic. It's fight of the year, no question. Arguably best fight of all time. And then I found a way to illegally stream it and watch it. And it was absolutely that good.
You still saw it?
I could have been there.
But we did go to a UFC fight years later in San Jose. And Frank Mir was there.
And got beat up for 3 rounds.
Yeah, I know. And
by Daniel Cormier.
And Brian Stan was like a stone's throw away from us on the desk. That was great. For me.
I like Brian Stan. Brian Stan, great commentator, great American. Good human being by all rights and accounts. Outstanding fighter. He does nothing for me in that way. And we could have wasted way more money going to the UFC than wasting a whole evening going to see Nuclear Rabbit.
I have no regret.
No, you won't. Because if I'm putting that choice again, you can go to see Nuclear fucking Rabbit. I'm going to UFC.
You can do that, and I'll do that.
You get the kid too, by the way.
I'll talk about it. You want him to go see Nuclear Rabbit?
Do you want me to take him to an arena?
That's your problem once he's there with you.
I think we're going to take him to an arena next year. WrestleMania is in Vegas.
It's already 197 degrees here. You want me to go to Las Vegas?
That'll be April. It'll only be like
103 degrees.
It'll be like 85.
It's hot. It's hot. It's too hot.
Would you trade 85 for this right now?
Yeah, I would not like either of those things, actually.
Oh my God, you whine too much.
It's hot. I don't like it. Deal with it.
So, as you guys notice, I am lacking my spectacles. And if you listen to that special Gorilla episode, we went up on a hill and my lens just fell the fuck out. Just fell out. Don't even know. It was on 1 second. They took a picture of us. Now it's gone.
It's reflecting the sun. You better hope it doesn't start a fire.
Start a fire up in the hills of Monterey. I don't know how I would feel about that. That like my glasses did that. Because in all reality, it's not my fault. It's not like I threw.
Track it back to you.
Would they convict me on that?
There is a story, and it's a well-documented story, that what happened was accidental. I mean, it's not like you set it up and put it in just the right position to where the sun would hit it and catch things on fire.
Right. Hey, let's light the area we're going to on fire.
I would never light the Monterey area. It was Marina, technically, but I would never light Monterey on fire because then I couldn't go there. And the sea otters. What are the sea otters? Not a thing I would do.
So, you want to go ahead and just get to the movie trailer thing early, just so that way we can kind of get it out of the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right.
So we're gonna tell you the title. I'll tell you a little description, and then play a trailer, so you have an idea of the crappiness that you are voting on. And then I want to know what we should watch. What do you think we should watch? Because we're gonna have to talk about it afterwards, so keep that in mind also.
Yes.
And if you have seen any of these movies, there's 4 of them. You wave your fingers when you do that. If you've seen any of these movies, perhaps you can vote on that one. If we watch it, then we can have a discussion about it. Because I hear that humans have discussions.
You hear that humans have discussions?
I read that somewhere.
Like we're not having a discussion right now of any sort?
I was more worried about the human part.
All right. Well, I was gonna do it in order like we did last night.
Okay.
Night of Something Strange.
Very, very well thought out title. That's how you know. That's how I picked this, to be totally honest.
What? Just the title grabbed you?
Yes, because look at it. It's the night of something strange. Who knows what that could be?
A wrong turn takes teen spring breakers on a detour to a remote hotel where a sexually transmitted disease is turning victims into zombies. That sounds like the sort of bullshit we'd watch.
Yeah, it does.
Like, that absolutely sounds like sort of dumb shit we would watch. So, all right, let's go ahead. Those of you watching along on YouTube, or if you're listening along in your home, safely not driving, check it out on YouTube. Night of Something Strange. It's available on Tubi. So, let's see.
What was that?
I think it's under the truck.
What can I do you for?
We'd like 2 rooms.
Are you okay? Carrie? Enjoy your stay.
That's still
That's
funny.
never going to get any less funny to
No,
you, is it?
it's not. Okay. So, a newer movie, but that definitely was something strange. It's for sure.
That was definitely the night that something strange happened. So, okay. Hang on. I'm queuing up the next one real quick. So, that's definitely something strange. That looks like the sort of garbage ass thing we would watch.
Yes.
Like, it's, the wrong turn theory. They went the wrong way. They wound up in some creepy hotel with some guy who looked like Brody Lee. And, next thing you know, hey, I got to give it up. The fat kid was getting laid. Like,
I noticed that. I'm like, when would that ever happen in a classic spring break movie? They're all pretty people, Good for you for using realistic scenarios.
right, where the fat kid gets laid.
Yeah.
See,
Zombie.
well, she turns into a zombie. Now, it's a sexually transmitted disease. So, like,
Who fucked a corpse?
yeah, where's the corpse fucker coming from?
A lot of questions here. We'll probably eventually watch all 4 of these movies, but for the immediate future, you would decide which one of these awful movies we get to watch.
Right, and we'll put up a poll on the lunch hour, which will probably be on personal pages and whatnot. So keep an eye out for that. But the next one is Pastacalypse, which I believe has something to do with pasta.
Possibly.
It's possible. Go ahead and read the description.
It's a wild horror comedy about a billionaire celebrity chef who seeks revenge when a global ban on gluten destroys his life. This is a cartoon, basically, which is different.
It is. It's definitely a little different than what we're normally watching, and it's also, well, you'll see who makes it. And our guest last night. This is the only moment they produced it.
Yeah, if I never hear about this movie again, I'll be happy.
So we might have to watch it. That would make it worse. So here you go, Postocalypse.
And now for an exclusive clip from Tubi's upcoming hit movie. Noodleoids, rise!
Make way for the new noodle order! Let Postocalypse begin!
Dad!
Oh, hi. I've been meaning to call you.
But you've been too busy wreaking havoc on mankind.
One of them happens to be wreaking havoc on mankind, but I'm doing a lot of other stuff too.
You're a frickin' noodle!
I didn't choose this. It was a stupid accident.
Tell me how to reverse this.
100% this way for life.
Gluten is forbidden. Everyone knows that.
I'm gonna re-gluten the world, and I'll need your help.
Do you know what you're doing?
Stop asking questions! Just let this roll, baby.
Can you help me?
You join us, you fight.
Who are you people?
The ones teenagers fear.
Oh, so you're the underprivileged.
Get in there, lady! Damn, things come out of nowhere. You will be like me, Emma, and you will love it.
Ew, gross!
It's a food fight to the death.
Noodle boodle.
The hell you say?
That ending is sweet.
I do have questions about this movie. Like, why is her dad a spaghetti monster, the flying spaghetti monster?
He fell in the vat of ooze.
Yeah, but it's just like totally normal. I mean, that had to be a long time before. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's what turned him into the flying spaghetti monster. Damn it. That's what turned him into the flying spaghetti monster, was the fact that he fell in the giant vat of ooze. He was a big fat celebrity chef beforehand. Then all of a sudden he hit the...
How is he still alive? I mean, I saw a brain in there, but like, I don't know. I have questions, and I don't know that I would pick that movie immediately. It wouldn't be my first pick, probably, but it looks like it could be interesting.
See, I'm mildly surprised by that.
I do like cartoons.
And that's what it is you love cartoon stuff. You tend to like the more ridiculous. Like, your whole thing is like, when you get mad that I don't want to watch like Toilet of Death or Zombie Ass or all those just raunchy bullshit like toilet humor style things.
I actually, when I first started, I picked all 4 of these movies, and it was a terrible time because my favorite thing in the world to do is not actually watch these shows or movies. It's just to scroll through all the platforms and see what's available. It makes me happy. I could do it for hours without ever actually watching anything. And I came across Amityville Horror Toilet, or whatever that is.
Amityville Death Toilet.
Death Toilet. And I was like, oh, I should put like 4 Death Toilet movies on here just so you have to watch a Death Toilet movie. But then I totally forgot and didn't put any Death Toilet movies on the list.
Well, to be fair, we've watched Amityville Death Toilet, Death Toilet 2, and Zombie Ass.
We watched like 30 seconds of the Death Toilet 2, and Zombie Ass is a classic movie that has nothing to do with any of these.
Classic pile of shit.
Classic. Literally.
Awful.
Literally a classic pile of shit. And there's parasites and little Sailor Moon girls. It's crazy. What a fucking masterpiece. Ugh. Should review that just so I can maybe watch it again. So I get to watch it again.
I am actually mildly surprised you hadn't done that yet.
It's a complicated movie to have to explain. It's real deep. You wouldn't understand.
I don't even know how to respond to that right now.
You wouldn't understand about my love for a shit-inducing tapeworm monster from Japan movie. All right?
I like how you added movie onto that.
Well, people think it's real.
Like,
it's probably not real.
Or that you love a shit-inducing tapeworm monster from Japan.
Everything makes farting sounds. The whole movie is just one giant fart sound that happens to be accompanied by horrifying diarrhea and tapeworms that have a queen tapeworm and little underlings.
Are you giving spoilers?
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. You start talking about it and you know how this goes.
I know how it makes you feel.
You know how I feel about zombie ass.
So, that being said, like, I'm surprised this one isn't your first pick. It is from the co-creators of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and according to our guests, it's where I was talking about their usefulness. They recognize the voice actors and say that most of these guys are from Rick and Morty.
I don't like Rick and Morty, so I don't give a shit about that.
Well,
that is impressive to me.
I was going to say, you and I have agreed we are not Rick and Morty fans. We've never been Rick and Morty fans. We gave it a shot. Wasn't for us.
Yeah.
Its fan base fucking ruined it for me.
We did give it the old college try, and it just wasn't good. Not for me.
Don't you hate it? You know what's funny? In a few years, you might revisit it and actually like it. Because I hate it. That's that anti-trend we both somewhat have. Is where somebody hypes something up so much to you. And you're like, this is going to be so good. And then you watch it, and you're just like...
This?
Yeah.
This is what you're talking about?
Like, I loved Stranger Things, but everybody talked about just how amazing it was. I didn't think it was amazing.
I had a good time watching it.
I don't think they should have ever kept moving.
I don't love the second season. It's like, okay. Anything after that, we started to watch the third season, never got past like the second episode. There's what, like 5 seasons in that show?
Something like that.
Four. There's 4 because that was a joke about waiting for season 5. Anyway, I digress. Talking about zombie asses and movies. Anyways.
So right now in your mind, the lead is still held by Something Strange.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Forgot to talk about this one.
Yes, we did. All right, so our next one up is from 1987. We're taking it back to just a few years after your hosts here were born. And this is Street Trash from 1987. Let's see here. A Brooklyn liquor store owner finds a case of old alcohol and sells it to homeless people, unaware the booze makes people melt and explode. The description has so much promise, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. That's weird as hell. And I have a deep love for the 80s because I came from them. And I don't love horror, but I do love that specific brand of awfulness that the 80s horror comes with. Like how did I made a portmanteau last night.
You made a what?
I jumbled 2 things together. Portmanteau.
Oh, okay.
Nightmare on the 13th or something. What did I jumbled up like 2 or 3 different movies and gave it a whole new title.
Did you say Friday? Was it Friday on Elm Street?
Friday on Elm Street. That's what it was.
Friday on Elm Street, Halloween, and Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, we devolved from there. But anyways, the 80s were great, and their movies were shitty. So it's right up my alley.
So let's take a look. 1987's Street Trash.
Eat dirt, die, street trash.
Latin Invictus.
I don't need this.
Are you tired of the same old routine?
My wife,
busting your hump and getting nowhere?
This just ain't my day.
The boss, is he always on your back?
Nice, my ass belongs in your chair, not in your lap, which is where you keep trying to put it. You bastard!
The wife,
you know,
and the kids.
Is that right?
They never listen.
Hey, Christmas life wearing them goddamn computers.
Do you ever feel like forgetting the whole thing?
You think I got it easy?
Well, now you can.
I'm talking about life!
Drop out and join the ranks of the few. The filthy. The trash.
I got my own place, a condominium.
Where else can you live for free? And eat for even less? Well, be forewarned. Freedom has its price. Yes, there's always a snake in the Garden of Eden.
What you got for me today?
Today? Tenderfly Viper. $1.
Here's to you, pussy.
Don't drink my viper! Watch. Don't trip on me, man! What's the matter? You can't hold your liquor, huh?
Street trash. It's easy to find us. We're all over the place. Street trash.
This is copyright 86.
No spaghetti sauce was harmed in the making of that movie.
Okay. Now, that is a complete 180 back to the normal dumb shit we would watch.
Yeah. And actually, now that I watch it again without the annoyances of last night, it doesn't look as awful. I was really disappointed. Like, it sounded so good. The description sucked me in. The year sucked me in. And then the trailer was just like, oh, okay. But I feel better about it. It still wouldn't be my first pick, probably.
No, but it gained some points after, like you said, with the annoyances of last night, like, everybody talked through the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't really get to hear half of it. But there's a fart sound in there. I like that.
For those of you listening, my head is dropped and I'm grumbling into my goatee because, wow.
Farts are funny.
No, I mean, I get that, but for you to base your decision on, hey, I think we like this movie because it's got a fart noise in it. Toilet humor man being sucked down a toilet. I don't know if that was because the toilet was a monster or if he was dissolving. Well, I guess we'll have to watch and find out.
Yeah, that is very confusing. I have questions about that, but that's probably the only part I have questions about. Worth a shot? I don't know. Maybe. You decide.
Now, here's another thing. With that whole big spiel, the society thing, like wife and kids on your back, boss won't leave you alone, blah, blah, blah. Let's also not forget, not long before that, matter of fact, probably, if I'm not mistaken, in the same year, if not only 1 year prior, was when They Live came out. And that was a big part of it, is even before, we found out about our alien overlords through the special glasses. Like, Roddy Piper was disenchanted with life, and so he became a drifter. So you wonder if that was just kind of the common theme in the 80s, which seems to be circling back.
Maybe. I mean, we had a recession in the 80s, didn't we? Shit went sideways for a while.
We had a boom in the 80s, and then we had another recession in the early 90s. Like,
I thought that was in the 80s. Whatever.
We had recessions. We've had at least one a decade.
Just because I was there doesn't mean I was old enough to remember. Anyways, times were tough. But those people didn't look like they were really productive members of society anyways. Looked like they were kind of living for free in a junkyard.
Well, no, that was what the whole beginning of the trailer was like, come live for free where you can live for free and eat for even less, and dude stuffing cantaloupes down his pants. And then, all of a sudden, but there's always snakes in the garden, and next thing you know, the liquor store owner is selling some quack medicine called Viper that makes people explode.
Would you want to drink something that says unknown and called Viper? Like, would the name suck you in?
No.
Sounds so cool. Viper.
Like, if I found a craft beer on a shelf cold or something.
If it was on a shelf and it was cold, that's already suspicious.
Well, I'm saying like okay. Like when we find beers, we know that, a lot of times the can is what grabs us.
Yeah.
That's what gets our attention anyway, and then we go from there. If there was something with a cool can named Viper up there in the cold box of like one of my favorite liquor spots, I'm dead. Like, I'm exploding with the rest of these guys.
You're gonna fart into an outhouse, shit your brains out, and then fall into the outhouse hole.
Most likely live here on Pirate Flag Radio.
I'd film it.
Well, I mean, we'd probably be doing a show.
What do you call for that? Do you call the cops? Do you call an ambulance? Like, you just stand there and, like, watch? Film it for the gram,
Yeah, I mean, definitely got to get it for the gram. Get it up so that, so I have less of a double chin going, but, till it melts away. But, I don't know.
I'm more enticed now than I was last night by this movie.
Okay.
Let's see. Interesting.
Okay.
last but not least,
another 1987 classic.
Because the 80s were great.
I'm so cute. Keep talking.
Okay. This one is The Majorettes. And it has... I don't know what's so silly about that word. It just looks so stupid. What a dumb word. This is a hooded psycho murdering high school girls. A devil-worshipping, drug-dealing biker gang is suspected. You know they're probably innocent, though.
Now, that's a... Well, I mean... Of course they're innocent. And the lead biker, who's probably going to be named either like Skull, Chains, or like Jim, like is gonna save the day in the end. But that being said, like just the description lends credibility to this is the sort of garbage we would watch.
But it doesn't seem silly though. Like, none of those things are silly. I do like silly, but I do like the 80s and didn't like cheerleaders. So you know.
Well, they get killed. Let's give it a try. See what y'all think.
The high school majorettes. They're so popular, so pretty, and so desirable. You just can't take your eyes off them. And that's enough to get them killed. One by one by one.
He knows who we all are. And if he's determined to come after us one by one, gives me the creeps.
One by one. They're never too young. They're never too old. They're never too late to give the last performance of their lives. Leave it to the co-author of The Night of the Living Dead to take the majorettes apart.
Not much to say about that one. Very short trailer.
Very short, 1 minute long trailer, which I actually give it up for because it doesn't give too much away, and I'm with that.
I don't know. The really bad. You pick. You've seen them or heard them. You know their names. These are all Tubi movies because
Tubi is king.
Tubi is where it's at, frankly. It's the place to be.
Ha. Well done. And that was another point for Postocalypse, is that it's a Tubi original.
Tubi coming up in the world. There's money to pay.
Used to, they paid people $1,000. Like, I can use $1,000.
You got a cell phone. You could probably shoot a movie for Tubi.
Why can't we do this? Like,
I don't know.
You know, like maybe we could work out some fake guests. We're doing a zombie thing eventually on here. Like,
yeah.
Maybe we sell that to Tubi.
Maybe. Maybe.
So y'all pick. We'll post a poll on the page here in a bit. It'll be available on the Pirate Flag page. It'll be available on the Lunch Hour page, or probably both our personal pages. So tell us what you think. But real quick, just to cleanse the palate, let's go ahead and throw another song out here. This is our boy Immortal, Aaron Moore from up in Ukiah, Wairika, one of them places. And he just released this week. Also featured in Decibel Magazine. This is Hollow on the Lunch Hour on Pirate Flag Radio.
These videos just make me want to go to the woods.
My broken, black and white, could you hear me? Is anybody out there? You're looking for a life I can handle. You're still the only
To relieve the pressure.
Immortal with Hollow right here on the lunch hour. I'm really proud of Aaron Moore. Like he's probably nearing the 1 million streams or 1 million views on some of his videos. Dude's just got it down marketing. He's really working hard. He was at like 250K at last check-in, and that was over a year ago on one song.
Good for him.
Yeah. So like keep it up, dude. We raise our ice cold Cali squeezes to you. All right. One more thing. We cannot do a show without being educational because this is infotainment at its finest, right?
Education is important.
It's super important.
The more you know.
And of course, we got to teach you guys this show is not only about life, it is also about death. And who better to teach you about death than the mistress of the macabre, the one and only Ellie Von Grimm. Ellie, tell them about death.
Fun death fact, and today's a twofer. An old wives' tale said that if you buried a woman in black, she would come back and haunt the family. And speaking of hauntings, the tradition of funeral wreaths started as an old wives' tale that believed that if you placed a wreath at a funeral, it would entrap the spirit of the deceased and they cannot come back and haunt you.
Okay. I had questions, and I still have questions.
Right.
If you bury me in black, stuff it down, and then you put a wreath out there, do I not come back? Do those cancel each other out entirely?
Or does one overpower the other?
Yeah.
So wait, what are we stuffing down?
The urge to make a My Chemical Romance.
Oh, got it.
Anyway. What if I want to be buried in black, but don't want to haunt my family? That's just what I wanted. What if I do want to haunt my family, and I want to wear some different color? I'm going to do it anyways. I want to haunt you.
Well, I was just going to ask. You said, what if you want to be buried in black, but you don't want to haunt your family? My next question would be, do you not want to haunt us?
No, I absolutely want to haunt you.
Now, what kind of haunting ghost are you going to be?
I mean, I'll be a good one for a while. Although I hear Supernatural has taught me that if you stick around too long, you become a poltergeist, essentially. So I'm not sure what the time frame is on that. So you're gonna have to die real quick after me, otherwise it's gonna get ugly.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, like, I'm just curious, like, are you gonna be that ghost that haunts and you're friendly and whatnot, unless I like remarry or something, and then you're gonna like throw shit and shove it down the stairs and whatnot?
Have you met me?
You're definitely gonna. I mean, we don't even have stairs, and you would find a way to shove it down them.
I don't need stairs to shove people down things, but I also want to haunt other people too. So, that's like the ghost equivalent of seeing other people. I want to haunt other people.
I would like to. I believe we should be haunting other people.
I want to haunt people everywhere for like ever. How much fun is that sound like?
Well, remember, one of the things about spirits and ghosts, one of the most consistent canons is they're trapped. Like, they cannot leave certain areas that, you know.
I don't think that's very nice.
Well, remember, in the American Horror Story lore, on Halloween, they can leave. They can go anywhere in the world on Halloween. Most of them choose to go pick fights and, like, fuck with people that, like, wrong them in their life and whatnot. Like, that.
Oh.
I think that just proves that ghosts are petty. You would make a pretty fantastic ghost. You could be a ghost with Craig.
Oh my god. Haunt Craig. Craig.
So, all right, and I don't know. I am kind of stoked to get some also genuine education on. That's where a funeral wreath started.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That was the beginnings of the funeral wreath, because now you go to a funeral and there's all these wreaths, and while I get its tradition, and now we found out what it is and all that. Like, what a useless fucking thing. Like the potted plants and whatnot. That's always the weirdest part of a funeral to me.
You take them home.
Is like, hey, do you want this plant? I'll take that plant. I really like that plant.
So,
like,
is it just a wreath, or like you see the sprays and stuff, you know, over the coffin? Is casket? Does that kind of also do the same thing? And also, is it just women? What about guys? What the fuck?
Well, and like I was saying last night, most guys own one pair of black slacks. Like your average, you know, last night we had two tradesmen here. And they were arguing, no, you bury him in blue jeans and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, if you're being traditional, you're going to bury him in a suit. And if you go with what they have, you're going to put this dude in either a single white dress shirt, probably no jacket, a solid colored tie, probably not matching his black slacks.
Don't even put pants. Can you even see the pants? I'm trying to think back to like the funerals I've been to. Can you even see the pants? Because it's only half the casket that's open. Do you see? You kind of see the top of the pants at least, I think.
Yeah. Well,
So-
usually the back, from what I understand, the back is opened up.
Put some shorts or something on me. No shoes. Don't put a bra on me. I'm already dead. Just sew them up where they're supposed to be. I'm not going to notice.
Well, like, do you want me to make sure your boobs look especially nice in death?
But if you're not putting a bra on me, they're going to be all over the place.
Well, I'm saying, do you want me, like,
Put them up a little.
do you want part, you know, we all know I'm doing your eulogy. Like, that's happening. Do you want me to include in them things is still thangin' even in death?
You can if you'd like.
Till death do us, I still part them cleavage with my face one last time, go motorboat you before we put you in the ground. Like, really, ew.
Go ahead and take you with me. And then someone films it. It's a bad horror story. They put it on Tubi. Everybody wins. We've come full circle.
Wait, but if you succeed in taking me with you, who's going to get the money, Wolfie?
Yeah, probably.
Wolfie,
The one holding the camera.
Wolfie will get that $1,000 from Tubi.
Sweet Tubi money.
That's sweet Tubi. I'm making Tubi money now.
Quit my job. Tubi
Because I got Tubi money. Speaking of gross shit, let's go ahead and play this next video. This is our boys in Worm Flesh. It's our last video of the night, and then we'll get out and come back and say goodnight. Where'd it go?
Up at the top.
It is up at the top. This is Excoriation, Evisceration. It's pretty cool, actually. So, yeah. Truly disturbing shit.
Wear them long sleeve shirts, whether you like it or not. Don't pick at it.
Don't pick at it. Just don't pick at it, whatever you do.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't pick at it.
Stop picking at it.
Don't.
So, we're going to get out of here. This has been an episode, we don't know even what number anymore, the Lunch Hour. You can find us on the Lunch Hour on YouTube, the Lunch Hour on Facebook, and you could find us if you look out there on the socials on our personal pages. Once again, my name is Lunchbox. This is Jen. Stay tuned for what's coming up next on pirateflagradio.com.
Come on, go vote.
Go vote on the poll. We'll put that up right now.
We'll send you a virtual I voted sticker.
Yep. Virtual. It is free.